Welcome to Original Asherella. I am Asherella, and this is my channel, Original Asherella. Today's video, while I am classifying it an Onion Tea video, it's not really all that much about Onion Dude. If you watch my channel, you know that I am not a fan at all of Greg Jackson, James Jackson, Onision. Okay, don't like him. He's a huge problem. He highlights and kind of personifies this huge problem with the internet and social media in general. Now, I love the internet. God, I fucking love the internet. But there are many gross and shady aspects of it. But I'm not going to be talking about Onision that much today. This is an Onion Tea video, but it is about another person who has used their social media and online influence to take advantage of a young person. But before I get into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a like and a comment, find me on my social media accounts, and gently press the notification bell. I've said that a couple of times at this point. I know, I go from making a video about candy cane pop rocks to online predators and grooming behavior. I'm just so diverse and complex. I know. But anyway, okay, today's video, we're going to be talking about this TikTok influencer, whoever, named Zoe Laverne. Okay, so this girl, video was released recently of her, a 19-year-old TikToker, I guess that's what they're called, kissing or making out with one of her 13-year-old fans. What the freak? Oh my god.
What the freak? Oh my god.
What the freak? Oh my god.
Okay. I didn't know who this girl was, or I hadn't even heard of her until Repzilla made a video about this situation. And if you watch Repzilla, you know that he does a lot of, relevant stories about social media, internet-y stuff. But it's not like a drama channel. He's a southerner just like me. But he does it with a lot more tact and taste. It's not like a trashy drama channel. He approaches them with a kind of journalistic viewpoint. But anyway, okay, so I saw this Repzilla video. I had never heard of this girl before, but I've looked into it some more. And okay, so before this video was released of her kissing a 13-year-old fan, the allegations had came out that she was in some kind of relationship with this young man. No, I can't even say man. He's a boy. He's a kid. Barely in puberty. She straight up denied it. She put a public statement out that straight up denied there was anything other than a friendship between them, that there had ever been, that she had ever kissed him or anything like that. She straight up denied it, straight up denied it. I can't even emphasize how much she didn't skirt around it. She said that is not true at all. And shortly thereafter, a video was leaked of her kissing this 13-year-old child. Okay, she is a 19-year-old woman, and okay, 19, 13, that's not a huge age difference numerically, but 13 and 19 is a huge age difference in maturity.
Is a huge age difference in maturity.
Is a huge age difference in maturity.
Okay, a 6-year age difference, a 26-year age difference. I don't care. As long as both parties are in their 20s or above. Okay? Whatever. You do you. But it's also been said that she has known this boy since he was 10 years old. And so she would have been 16, and that is super creepy. Okay, this girl, she just, this whole situation, highlights and amplifies so many things wrong with the internet. So this gal, Zoe Laverne, she denies having a relationship with this child, which he cannot consent to because he's 13, and like I'm sure his hormones are going wild, but like, oh no. Okay, anyway, she denies it. Videos leaked, busting her, basically calling her out. She then makes another statement apologizing, and we just caught feelings and like blah blah blah. And it's like, you don't catch feelings with a 13-year-old. You freaking creep. This girl is very immature, but it does not change the fact that she is more like sexually mature and, used her, or I don't mean to say whore, used her authority and her position and influence on the internet to take advantage of a 13-year-old boy. Like, okay, so she, like, comes out with this, like, super sappy, definitely fake, like, I'm so sorry, and it was like she was acknowledging what she did, but still not even wanting to accept responsibility. Who does that remind you of?
Who does that remind you of?
Who does that remind you of?
Who does that remind you of, guys? Who does that remind you of? That reminds you of gross onion douche. It's like she admits to what she's done now, and only because she's been busted, but, but she still acts like there's, like, really nothing wrong, even though, I mean, she says, I know what I did was wrong, whatever, but, like, nothing about how she's saying it or what she's saying it actually is convincing of that. Okay, so she does that, and then, people are saying a lot of the same things I'm saying, like, okay, you might have apologized, but you weren't convincing. Do you really know why what you did was wrong? And then she comes out with this other, like, statement that's like, you guys wanted an apology, and I gave you an apology, and that wasn't good enough, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, lady, you are a child predator, and you need to know that. Nothing about your behavior right now convinces me that you know what you did was wrong. Like, I'm getting into, like, the Amanda Bynes, all that, when she's like, I've said this before, but, like, when it's like, on all that Nickelodeon, I'm rambling, I'm ranting, and I'm tangenting. But anyway, and it's like, ask Ashley, and she's like, that's me. And then she's like, dear Ashley, and then she's like, go to the freaking refrigerator and get a freaking drink. Like, anyway. But okay, yeah, like, nothing she's doing or saying is convincing at all. I don't know what her mental illness is. Like, she obviously doesn't get it. And it's like, they showed other videos of her, like, arguing with other, like, preteen and young teenage, like, followers and, like, friends and things like that. And, like I said, she's definitely immature, but she is definitely old enough to, like, be held accountable for her actions, especially because she is in this position on this platform that anyone can access, basically. She is in this position where she can easily take advantage of young, impressionable people. Now, she's an idiot, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't have, or can't easily manipulate, like, a 13-year-old boy. Like I said earlier, it was said that she has known him since he was 10 years old and she was 16. Like, I mean, she groomed this kid, and I'm like, I'm sure, he had a crush on her and was like, oh my gosh, whatever. But that's not an excuse for her to, like, take advantage of that. Like, she is the adult in the situation, and, like, when I was 13, yeah, I had crushes on, like, adult, I was gonna say adult stars, but not those kind of adult stars, but, like, you know, celebrities that were adults, but, like, I seriously doubt any of them would have, like, well, none that I would have had a crush on, not that people wouldn't do it, but, you know, it's just, like, just because a 13-year-old has a crush on you does not mean you get to, you know, make out with them. And then who knows what else they did. You know, the videos, you know, show them kissing. Who knows what else they've done. I hope that's all. I really hope that's all. I hope this girl is not so dumb to have gone any farther than that with this child. But one last thing I'm just going to touch on about this situation is whenever she, like, I can't remember if it was in the video or if it was the post-video statement she made, but she said, I don't know who leaked the video, like, we never wanted this to come out, duh, you didn't want it to come out, but, like, how many people were you kissing this 13-year-old in front of, and why did none of those people, like, step in and be like, hey, you're a sexual predator? That just shows that she just really is just so oblivious to what is wrong about the situation if she's doing this in front of other people. But, and then again, you know, like, how many other people has she done this in front of that she's not even sure who could have leaked the video? You know what I mean? It's like, it just two normal people or whatever, like, in a relationship, you know, PDA is fine, but if somebody, like, as an adult, if somebody was recording me, like, kissing someone, I would remember, you know what I mean? There wouldn't be enough people recording me kissing someone for me to not know. And then I would hope that someone who is a quote-unquote influencer would be more conscientious of things like that, especially if she was doing something illegal. And I'm not, like, saying she should have been more secretive about it. She shouldn't have been doing it at all. But it's just like, this girl is just so delusional. She is on Onision level delusional, and that is scary. And I hope that she gets kicked off all social media because she is on that same track. Like, if there are not consequences for her behavior now, she will have more victims. She will end up like Onision because, I mean, all of the signs are there. You can see it. She doesn't think what she's done is wrong, and that's just, it's scary. Y'all, it's scary. Okay, well, I guess that's all I'm gonna rant on about this for today's video, but I'm Asherella. I am Original Asherella. This is my channel, Original Asherella. If you don't subscribe here, please click the subscribe button. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming by. I have a ton more Onion Tea videos, and then I have so many other videos that are like topics all over the place. Like, YouTube algorithm cannot get a grasp on my channel because my video topics are so random. But anyway, subscribe if you don't subscribe. Leave me a like, leave me a dislike. Engagement is engagement. Leave me a comment, gently press the notification bell, always tap in, never tap out, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.